water at least a block and a half, 2 blocks. Make yourself sure. And then from there over, make the big circle and come down way over there on the other side.
The ice was pretty smooth.
Smooth. All times you might find a little crust here and there, but there was times when you'd get a hull streak along just like a piece of glass. Ever the weather and everything, the wind cleared off, you know. Then they used to drive the horses out there.
Well, was that for the cutting of the ice?
No, they used to drive horses out there. They'd drive them across once in a while. They'd see here a guy taking a load over. Then when they cut the ice up above the shipyard. I used to work on that once in a while.
That was with the handsaw.
Handsaw, you well set it. If you worked one of them big saws all day, when you went home at night, you didn't have to wait to have anybody coax you to go to bed or anything like that. You were all set for it. That's where they cut a lot of their ice, right up above the shipyard. Oh, they'd have 15, 20 teams working there. And of course, the fellows cutting and the fellows moving the ice over to the slide and loading the sled and all that thing kept you going. That's one way you kept warm. One for that, you probably froze someday. But that didn't make any difference. You had to get so much ice out a day. Then they'd fill the armor, where the armor companies, where they had the wholesale beat over by the New York Central, had to fill that every year with ice, not counting several other places. They had private dealers. But that was the old days, as they say, when you done everything the hard way. Then on the other hand, sometimes you might have a little accident where you get a thaw and somebody just make a mistake going around or something, never notice, and a horse might accidentally put a leg through. It was thin.
They lose many horses?
No, not when I was there, no. No, they had very few accidents. They might slip or something coming out of there, up, from the river, up over to draw out, because of course it was icy there anyway, but they took pretty good care of things. They kept ashes and stuff on there. You know where the warmest part of that job was?
No.
You wouldn't have guessed, would you?
No.
That was right in the ice house, loading when they brought the cakes up with the horses where they hooked the high stuff through.
You'd be out of the wind.
Not only that, but you're grabbing them cakes and you're throwing them to the fellow over there, and they're piling them. Another guy spreading the sawdust and everything, and you're doing that, and when you come out there, you're sweating. The guy out there, they'll freezing to death. That's the difference.
Those cakes weighed about how much?
Well, rough guess, I'd say anywhere from, it all depends on who's doing the job. I'd say anywhere from, 80 to 100 and some pounds.
Well, they're not a great weight then, any really great
Well, they're
weight.
heavy enough, but the way as long as you don't have to listen. Now, the fellows that traveling for the private ice company here at those days would come up in the stairs in your flat you'd order 25 pounds, come up with it over your shoulder with an ice hook. And the guy that had to carry up 50 the same 2 flights, he was pretty well tired by the time he got downstairs and get ready to go to the next place. And some of them had to go 3 flights. Some of them had to make 3 trips, depends on the size of their old refrigerator and all that. But that was all work. That was hard work. There's nothing easy about it. But the fun was up there on the river, because a lot of them used to think some of them come up, a lot of hangers around that always going with a good day to get out in the sun, the gospel a lot. They come up and kid the fellas working there and say, oh, that's an easy job, making easy money. After all, if you earned $1.50 a day, you were doing pretty good, $2 a day, maybe 3. But at the same time, that was easy. Ask one of them to try it. They didn't stay very long.
What about